For my second update, I'm going to discuss some common technical writing mistakes that I find when reviewing documents. For the past 2 weeks, I helped with updating and formatting a user guide. I was also asked to come up with a list of common suggestions or mistakes that I found when reviewing the guide. So here are some quick tips and things to watch out for when writing technical or instructional documentation. Number 1, is it setup, set up, or setup? Well, it can be either. If you're using setup as a noun, such as, I helped to design the setup of the room, then setup is one word. If you're using it as a verb, then it functions as 2 words. For example, to access the program, you need to set up the software. Here, again, it is 2 words. To make things a little trickier, the word setup with a hyphen is also correct in some contexts. It really depends upon style. This follows the same rules as the one word or noun. However, you can even see from this quick analysis on Google Trends, the word setup has more search results without the hyphen than setup with a hyphen. Number 2, when writing technical instructions, it is always a good idea to avoid contractions. Instead of you'll, use you will. Contractions are better in informal settings, but using the full word makes your writing more clear and easier to understand. Number 3, when writing documentation that is aimed at a user or customer, try to avoid using the word would when discussing a suggestion that you have for that user. For example, we would recommend that you save your document before closing sounds weak and almost as if you're lacking confidence in your suggestion for the user. Instead, you can say, save your document before closing. This is much more direct and lets the reader know that this is a step that they need to complete. Number 4, so while we're on the topic of the user, when you're writing end-user documentation, it is common and usually recommended that you write in the second person. Refer to the reader as you. For example, if you want to open the program, double-click the icon. However, when you're describing an interface, it makes more sense to write in the third person and with passive voice because the system or application is an inanimate object. For example, the loading screen is displayed to show how long the update will take. The application is the one displaying the loading screen. The user is not involved with this action. Therefore, in this instance, it's okay to use the third person as well as passive voice. Number 5, headings and titles. There are a number of different style guides that tell you how to capitalize headings and titles. Some styles, such as Microsoft Manual of Style, use sentence capitalization, where only the first word and any pronouns after that are capitalized. Other style guides support using title capitalization, such as the Chicago Manual of Style. For title capitalization, capitalize the first and last word in the title, as well as all other major pronouns and important words. Keep prepositions, conjunctions, and articles lowercase. There are a few other rules associated with this type of capitalization, so it is best to consult the Chicago Manual of Style directly if you have questions. Whatever way you choose, just make sure that you are consistent. So that concludes update number 2. I hope that these tips can help you with documentation. See you next time for another update.